Hello, beautiful friends. This is the Organizer Advisor, here to help you enhance your happiness and transform your life. Welcome to Ravensduke Cottage and my Cottage Kitchen. So we're talking about cleaning, every nook and cranny, cleaning the kitchen. And yesterday I kind of talked more about structuring your kitchen. So while you're doing the cleaning, start to think about efficiency and any barriers that you may encounter that is keeping you from really enjoying your time in the kitchen. This is the heart of the home, and the kitchen is where we prepare all of these dishes and nourishment for our families. This makes us feel good, but if it's not an efficient, effective layout, it's going to create some problems. So in this video, I'm going to just mention the cleaning process of the kitchen, and then I'm going to share with you some of my best tips, tricks, strategies, and suggestions, i.e. hacks, on how to make your kitchen more effective and some things that I've learned. So welcome to my kitchen. Of what this kitchen looked like when I bought the house. This house was built in 1966, so it's not perfect. It is far from it. And when I moved from my big house in Williamsburg, Virginia to a little tiny cottage, I had to overcome a lot of resistance to a small kitchen. So, of course, this has been renovated on a shoestring budget. So my countertops are mosaic tile, and I just want to share with you a little bit about the kitchen, and then I'll show you. Look, it's even on the picture, the front of my cookbook. That is my kitchen. But I've created all of these recipes in this kitchen. So, but I just want to share with you a couple of things, and then I'm going to be working on something. So that's why I'm in the kitchen today. And then I want to just share with you some of the things that I've learned that make this kitchen my happy place. So the first thing is, of course, I had just regular laminate, yuck countertops. And I don't do yuck. Now, this isn't for everybody. My whole life isn't for everybody. But this is me. It's my authentic self. So I just want to point out a few things. Number one, I kept all the original cabinetry because this is fur. And this is fur from 1966. This stuff is so hard you can barely put a nail in it, drill anything in it. It's crazy. All the wood in this house is super, super dense. And I break more screws than I actually can get into the studs. So the cottage itself is a brick on block on brick cottage. So the backsplash, if you can see the backsplash, that is the brick on the inside, and then there's a layer of masonry block with rebar running down, and then a layer of brick on the outside. So this is a sturdy little cottage, and this is Mr. Winston. Hold on. Come here, Mr. Winston. Say hi to everyone. Say hi, Winston. He's the one who snores most of the time. Okay, so anyway, so I kept the brick as a black sash. I just painted it. I had to change out all the appliances, and the dishwasher was right next to the oven that was too far from the sink. So I did have my husband relocate that. This was a garbage disposal next to the sink. This is where my little garbage can is. So while I'm cooking, I can just pull out the garbage can and scrape off any kind of stuff that I need that I don't compost. So let's just run through the every nook and cranny cleaning process. Now, the kitchen is the most challenging room we have to every nook and cranny clean. So I just want to give you a couple of tips. Take it slow and take it small. Because we have so much stuff, Winston, you're gonna have to go. He's making snorty sounds. You wanna go in on the bed? I'll be right back. Okay. So, I did forget, that was a nice little segue. I did forget to say, get your hydration beverage, let's have a sip and a sit, and I'll take you on a little tour of my kitchen. All right, so the key to cleaning your kitchen, take it small, take it slow, take it slowly. Adverbs have ly. Start with the ceiling. You want to clean that light fixture, and I like bright light bulbs, bright white, because that makes the food look more vibrant. It gives just an uplifting feel to the kitchen. If your kitchen is dark and kind of subdued, it can drain your energy and enthusiasm. Now I want to switch off the light just for a second because I want to share with you something. See all the little lights? I actually had these lampshades that I got at a garage sale for $5. I got like 6 or 7 of them. I think there were 6. I kept them for a long time, and I didn't know what to do with them. And then one day I thought, you know what? I really like these little lights in my kitchen. So I have 1, 3, 4, 5 of them. Yeah, 5. I think 5. And so at night, I just have one. I can have a glass of wine. It's just the ambiance is so pleasant. So there's that. So I like especially dark corners to have a little extra light, because you don't want to reach into a dark cavernous area. Okay, so a couple of things I want to say about the cleaning. Start on your north wall using this compass row strategy. This is my north wall. So take one drawer or one cabinet at a time. Just take everything out. If it's on the floor, I put a towel down. I just take everything out. And then I wipe down the cabinets with my Murphy's oil soap. I spray a little essential oil spray in there because it's uplifting. I painted the inside of my cabinets because these cabinets were dark, and I don't like reaching into dark cavernous spaces. So I'm going to share a tip with you in just a minute about that. So I painted everything so it all is kind of uplifting and light. But I take everything out and then clean what's in there. You know, maybe just look it over, wipe it down. You want the feeling in your kitchen to be clean. You want everything in your kitchen to be clean, because clean is so important when we're talking about kitchens and bathrooms, because this is where we prepare food, and clean is important. Okay, so start on the north wall, one drawer, one cabinet. I have everything here that I need. I have my cutting boards and trays right here underneath. All my pots and pans and mixing bowls are right here. So I've already taken all of this stuff out, cleaned down the inside, wiped it all down with Murphy's oil soap, and then I sprayed it with essential oil. You can even put a few drops on a cotton ball and put it in there. But then everything is clean. I want to show you a couple of things. So this is the pot I use almost every single day. Every single day. Now I bought this in 1988. It was my first year teaching, and they used to have vendors that came around. And this is a set of pots and pans that I bought. It's the only set of pots and pans I have bought. And they are still in really good condition. Look. And see, you can even see, I had a friend that did engraving. See if you can see that. I had a floral motif engraved on my lids and on my pots. You see that? But look at 1988. And the reason I say this is because you want to keep your cooking tools in really good condition. Now, I just clean these periodically with a steel wool pad. Sometimes I just use a little baking soda. It just depends on how bad the stains are. But look, I use this every day. This is my go-to for spaghetti sauce, soups. I have a larger one if I'm making large quantities for freezables, but I mean, this is, it's durable and it has served me well, but I have taken care of it. Okay. You can see the ease that I can just get that out. I have my colanders there. I have my mixing bowls there. Here's one of my sourdough bowls, but the key to having a comfortable kitchen is to make the countertops decluttered, and B, making sure you have a workspace that's comfortable for you, and then the design of the materials, the tools, let's say tools that you use. You need to have your tools in a way that you're not having to work. If I had to walk all the way over there to get my knives and I chop here, I am spending so much energy cooking that I'm exhausted. And if I'm exhausted, I'm not going to want to cook again right away. So when you get that level of exhaustion, you either are going to, dread cooking because it makes you so tired, or you're going to end up just getting grab and go food. Okay, so what I'm going to make here is actually something for my chickens because it's so cold out and they need some energy. So I have some lard softened in here, and I have a couple of eggshells that I'm mushing, and that gives them calcium, so nothing goes to waste here. I don't believe in food waste. And so I've softened this, and what I'm going to do, and you can do this for your birds, if you have wild birds that you want to help out through the winter, especially in cold climates. I'm going to add a little scratch mix for my chickens, but you can use wild bird seed or any kind of seed specific to the kind of species of bird that you want to see. And then I'm going to just mix it in. And then, because I've softened the lard, I'm just going to put this in the refrigerator, and it's going to harden, and then I can just scoop it out. You can put it in molds. This is what suet is, kind of. I don't know if that's beef tallow or if it's lard, but this is what you buy in the store that you hang in the little suet thing. But birds need that extra fat to make it through the winter because they burn so many calories trying to stay warm. So this helps a tremendous amount for my little friends. And then I also, because my birds are all pasture raised, they have little wild bird friends. And so I often have wild birds that come down into the chicken areas and kind of share. I don't know if they're invited or not, but they do share into the chicken food. All right, so this has eggshells in it now. I'm going to add a little something else. I'm going to add some kale. This is going to give them something fresh to eat. And I'm just going to stir that in, and I'm going to put the whole thing in the refrigerator. And then we'll continue our little tour. I just teach sourdough classes here, and right here is where I teach my sourdough classes. And so, this kitchen has to be functional. In fact, I have a little cart right over here in the corner next to my refrigerator that has all of my sourdough stuff on it, all of my little booklets and pens for everybody. Here, I'll show you. Everybody gets a little booklet that has Ravensdook Cottage on it, and they get a pen that has Ravensdook Cottage so they can take notes while they're learning how to cook sourdough. I give them a recipe, but I give them starter, but I think sourdough is amazing, and it's healthier than, most breads. So, all right, so this is about mixed. This is a little longer video than I really wanted to make, but I wanted to show you that it's so fun to kind of be in your kitchen and be cooking. And this is just going to be so fresh for the birds. So if you have like bird feeders, or you want to help out some wildlife in the winter, maybe give them a little something like a really nice, healthy winter snack. Okay, so that is that. See, now I'm going to put this in the refrigerator. It's going to harden while we finish the rest of our video. And then I can just scoop it out and they will be happy as can be. All right, I'm going to turn the light back on because it bothers me. Okay, so let's talk about a couple of things that I mentioned yesterday that I want to share with you. I talked yesterday and I wanted to share with you about spices. Now, most of the time people put their spices either here or up there. Can you look? I got a big hot stove, big stuff hot. I'm cooking away, and then I'm reaching up here. Do you see the danger in that? That's not safe. I only have in my pantry what I'm going to use within the next 30 days. And then that way I don't have any food waste, and it saves me a ton of money on my grocery budget. Plus, it's easy to access. So I want to talk about spices. Ta-da, there it is. Now, one of the things I want to mention is a lot of times people have tons and tons of spices. Spices have a shelf life. They lose flavor after a certain amount of time. So if you use it a lot, like you're going to use it a lot, buy the larger size. But if you're only going to use a little bit, like for 1 or 2 recipes, and you don't use that spice often, like I don't use a lot of curry, and I don't use a lot of poppy seed, buy the smaller version. You'll save money in the long run. So poppy seed and nutmeg. I don't use a lot of nutmeg, but for like really big seasoning, this is barbecue rub seasoning, you betcha, from my pulled pork. I'm going to use a lot of this. So I keep all of my spices in a little basket. So while I'm cooking, I can pull them out, have them right here, stirring away, cooking away. But when I'm finished, they go back in the basket, and then watch. They're put away. They're not in the way. I didn't have to fumble through drawers. I didn't have to look up in a cabinet. They're in a little basket, but I use everything in that basket. So I'm not wasting money, and my food is more flavorful because I'm using my spices in a timely manner. Here's another suggestion. If you use the same spices in just about every dish, like let's just say you use a lot of Italian spices. This is going to be garlic salt. This is going to be oregano. This is going to be basil. Instead of opening all those jars all the time to use the same spices, create a spice blend. So this is just an Italian spice blend. So I took all the seasonings that I usually use in my spaghetti, or any in my like garlic bread, or my pasta dishes, and I created a spice blend. So it saves me time. I'm opening 1 jar instead of 6. Saves me time and saves a lot of room, because I use this all the time. I make Italian dressing, I make garlic bread dip, I use it all the time, but it's the same spices. So I just created an Italian blend with my spices. So now I don't have 6 bottles, I have 1. Okay? Now, I also mentioned the appliance cart. If you notice, the only small appliances that are on my countertops are my coffee makers, because I use those every single day. That's my little coffee bar. See how I have proximity? It's near the coffee cups. I have everything there. This is my my ground coffee. This is my Keurig with my little, here are my coffee cups. And then this is for the weekend pop. But this is my appliance cart. Can you imagine all of those appliances taking up room in my cabinetry? There is just no way. there's no way I'd have room for anything else. This is one. I have another one. Appliance cart number 2, but this one's more for, these are my sourdough Dutch ovens. These are all my specialty baking pans. You know, here's a butterfly one. Here's one with bees for all of my special occasion cakes that I bake. So there's no way. There's no way. Look at the limited space I have here. There's no way any of that, all of that stuff is going to fit under the cabinets. Plus, could you imagine trying to negotiate all of this stuff to get the stuff I really need? No, but look at this. If I just need my mixer, it's right here. I can use it, clean it up, put it back on my little appliance cart, tuck it away in its little cubby. This is my stand mixer. There is no way I'm going to have that down on a lower cabinet and I'm going to lift it up every single time I go to use it. I'd hurt my back. But if I were to put it out on my counter, it's going to take up way too much counter space. And I don't have a lot. So appliance carts, for me, this is the absolute for your specialty baking stuff that I use every day, but I can just roll the cart out. I've got everything I need. And then when I'm finished, I can put it away and it's not taking up space in my workspace. This is valuable real estate for me. This is mine. I have open cabinets. These are all of my everyday dishes right above the dishwasher next to the sink. Glasses are over there, utensils right there. When I'm at the sink, I can load the dishwasher. I can put the dishes right here. I can put the glasses and coffee cups here and the utensils. I can slide out the drawer and literally it's just a bend over, a little bit of a reach and a put away. So that way I'm not spending tons of energy and walking across. I can do most of my cooking here and then I've got the refrigerator here. If I need anything from my pantry, I take it out. I have a basket. I put it all in a basket. I have everything here. So I'm not walking back and forth and back and forth. So I think the point of it is just take some time to look at the layout of how you have your stuff arranged. Do you have the most valuable real estate in your kitchen, which is your countertops, available? Is it cluttered or crowded? Does it encroach on your personal space when you're cooking? Are you having to move stuff? Because if you are, you're not going to cook in your kitchen. You're not going to be comfortable. It's kind of like an office worker, scooting their piles of paper on your desk. You're like, no thanks. I need my space. I got to have workable space. So remember when I was talking about reaching into really dark, cavernous places, especially like this cabinet. This cabinet is so deep. So if I put my finger here, I'm reaching the end of it way back here. Same thing with this one. It's like that. Well, it's very difficult to see what's way back there. So here's a suggestion. Get one of these little motion activated lights. They're battery operated and they're motion activated. So you can hang this on the inside. So when you go to reach in, the light's going to turn on automatically. So remember, this is going to help you to see what's in the back of that cabinet and be able to find it. Plus, it's just going to be safer. You're not like reaching in and knocking things over that could fall on your hand. Okay, so let me just take you for a little tour about the kitchen. And so this is my space. This is the brick. This is the actual wall of the home. And then there's my view outside my window. Oh, and the sink that's a cast iron sink I got from Restore. You know me. And then this is all my sentimental china. And then my pantry. Now here's where I store some of my other pots, my skillets. And then let's see, my dry storage. And then you can see my little cubby space there. under the stairs. That's where my appliance carts go. Okay, so there we go. That's my kitchen. All right, I hope this helps. Please leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about some of these ideas, whether they'll work for you. And until I see you again, my beautiful friends, remember, use that compass rose strategy. Start small, go slowly. Work your way around the kitchen. This may take you a little more time, but it'll be worth it. I look forward to seeing you again. Take good care. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you found it helpful. If you would like more support, ideas, guidance, frameworks, and some positive, uplifting suggestions, please check out some of my other videos. You can activate your subscription on my YouTube channel and hit that notification bell so that you'll be notified when I post newer content. But those playlists are a framework for you to organize all aspects of your life to enhance your happiness and transform the life that you're living. I can't wait to see you in the next video. Until then, my dear friends, I hope you have a wonderful day.